was having a conversation with my friend, and for some reason, Spirit wants me to tell. I'm being bothered to tell this story on TikTok. So, story time on the time that I had a mental breakdown at the age of 9 or 10, or was it? So here we go. I was about 9 or 10, and I always, my mama always made me walk to the corner store every day. My mama, my AKA, my grandmother that raised me, she had a thing of taking a BC powder every day. So every day I always had to walk to the store, literally. The same thing happened to my siblings as well. And as I'm walking to the store on this particular day, mind you, I'm like 9 to 10 years old. I remember it vividly. Still, at the age of 34, I still remember it. I'm walking to the store, and on my way back, out of nowhere, everything starts spinning. It just starts spinning, and I start screaming, and I start crying. Like I just start, and it's in the daytime. The sun is out. I start screaming and I start crying. They called my brother because we lived in these apartments called Arthur Square. But somebody called my brother. My brother came, got me. He walked me all the way back home. And then even when I got home, we lived upstairs, apartment 551. Even when I got home, nothing looked the same. Everything in that apartment just looked different. It didn't look like the apartment that I was living in, that I was growing up in. So fast forward a little bit, still probably like that night probably. For 3 nights, I would wake up during the witching hour. I'm 9 or 10 years old, mind you. I would wake up during the witching hour, and everything would be covered in this white, powdery substance. And I mean everything. Every night that I wake up, it was covered in a white, powdery substance. I still today do not know what that white, powdery substance was. And then when I look up at the ceiling, there wasn't a ceiling. There was these green and red. And it's like the ceiling was gone. Mind you, we had a white ceiling, but all I saw was these green and red like things. I don't know what they were. And then it was like in between those things, it was like a black void in between those, and they were like diamonds. They were kind of like shaped like in like diamond style. I have no idea what that shit was. But I would see it and it automatically freaked me out. So I'm crying, I'm panicking, and I'm like, Mom, Mama, 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 Mama. And I'm crying because everything is like covered and I don't know what it is. And I'm like, Mom, what is this on me? And she's like, I don't know what you're saying. And I'm like, it's on her too. It was everywhere. It was on the furniture, it was on the skin, it was on everything. And she's panicking. Mind you, my grandmother was known to be like a heavy spiritual, very strong prayer warrior. But in the midst of me going through this, I do not recall her ever once trying to pray whatever was going on with me off of me. Nor did she try to seek any help for me. All she stated was, I can't do this anymore. This girl is a problem. I was always meant to be or meant to look like a problem. Always. Growing up, I was always a problem to everybody. Nobody cared what I was going through. They only believed her. Nobody ever tried to sit down and have a conversation. What's wrong? What's going on? They only believed her. But that's another story for another time about these abusive situations and these abusive elders that a lot of us had to deal with. But nobody really, that's a conversation for another time. But back to this. This situation would happen 3 nights in a row. I still remember it to this day at the age of 34. Mind you, this happened when I was 9 or 10. One night, I remember when I woke up, there were literally maggots coming out of the carpet. And when I woke, and I told her, I was like, Mama, they're coming out the ground. They're coming out the ground. And she's like, what's coming out the ground? I don't see anything. I don't. She's screaming. She's panicking. Once again, I'm a child. She's not trying to help me. She's not trying to soothe me. She's not trying to calm me down. She's just as irate. There was nobody around with a calm sense of mind trying to calm me down. Nothing. We get to the third night that this happened. I woke up during the witching hour once again. I knew I didn't have any help. I knew I didn't have anybody to help me at the age of 9 or 10. And there was this bottle of holy water that was right by my head. 9, 10-year-old me grabbed that bottle of holy water, and I drunk it. And that ceased. I never seen the white powdery substance again. I never seen that green and red and voided sky like situation again. Everything was over with. And as I was having this conversation with my friend, it's just so funny how a lot of these elders or a lot of people that so many people looked up to be very highly spiritual or very knowledgeable weren't even able to help a 9 or 10-year-old child in the moment. And this is the thing too, a lot of us were meant to be seen as the problem when in reality we were the solution to a lot of situations. And it's another thing too I want to say. Y'all be careful what you do spiritually. Be careful what you try to put on somebody spiritually. Because now that I'm of age and I'm putting and piecing things together, if it don't come to you, it's going to fall on what's closest to you. So don't be out here dibbling and dabbling shit and you don't know what you're doing. Okay? Y'all let me know if y'all have ever heard something similar happen to somebody else or if this situation happened to you. I was only 9 and 10 years old. Have I had other situations with spirits and entities? Yes, but nothing like what I experienced when I was 9 to 10 years old. Could it have just been a part of my 9, 10-year-old brain? Or could I have maybe possibly done an exorcism on myself? Let me know. Get in the comments.